The snow is all falling, the world is all white. The fire in the stove is a warm, glowing light, is a gift, pure and deep, a time for the soul to rest and to keep its own company, or the company of a book. A peaceful, slow, wonderful, comforting look. The unhurried pace of a winter evening knows the way to end a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady, and peaceful grace that asks nothing more than to be and to be the unhurried pace of a winter evening. I curl in my chair with a blanket and tea and watch the flames dance so wild and so free against the window pane. A sight that can ease any lingering pain. The clock on the wall ticks so slow and so deep, a rhythm that helps all my worries to sleep. The unhurried pace of a winter evening knows the way to end a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady, and peaceful grace that asks nothing more than to be and to be the unhurried pace of a winter evening. We fill our evenings with screens and with noise, but the winter evening's lesson is one of the joys, that the best way to end a long, busy day is to sit by the fire and let worries drift away. And hurried pace of a winter evening knows the way to end a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady, and peaceful grace that asks nothing more than to be and to be the unhurried pace of a winter evening. Winter evening, soft and deep, where the dreamers sleep.
They're faded to sky, and they're soft as a sigh. From the bending and kneeling neath the wide open sky, the one through knee of my overalls shows a patch of my skin where the work of the earth and the sun has worn in. badge of the hour spent tending the rose, a story that only the quiet heart knows. The worn through knee of my overalls tells a tale of a life that will never grow stale. It's shaped to my kneecap, it knows every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells a tale. Your mama patched it once with a scrap from a shirt that you wore as a boy through the laughter and hurt. And the stitches are holding, though the denim is thin, a testament to the love that we're in. I run my thumb over the raised, bumpy seam, and it feels like the fabric of a slow, steady dream. The worn through knee of my overalls tells the tale of a life that will never grow stale. It's shaped to my kneecap, it knows every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells a tale. New overalls are so stiff, they are dark and they're blue, but they haven't been lived in the way that these grew, to fit me like nothing, to know every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells a tale of a life that will never grow stale. It's shaped to my kneecap, it knows every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells a tale. Overalls warm, soft and bare, in the morning air. It cuts through the silence, a lonesome long wail that carries for miles on the soft midnight gale. It's a call to the night, a reminder that somewhere there's movement and light. While we lie in our beds in the peace of our home, the world keeps on turning wherever we roam. The distant sound of a train whistle at midnight rings, a sound that my own heart brings to the edge of my spirit, the depth of my soul. A reminder that journeys still have their own role in the order of things, in the scheme of the night. The distant sound of a train will whistle at midnight, I lie in my bed and I listen so hard for the sound of that engine, that steel wheel bar. It speaks of far places, of cities and towns, of people in motion, of ups and of downs. Then it fades into silence, and I'm left with the peace of knowing my own slow pace has its own sweet release. The distant sound of a train whistle at midnight rings, a sound that my own heart brings to the edge of my spirit, the depth of my soul. A reminder that journeys still have their own role in the order of things, in the scheme of the night. The distant sound of a train, a whistle at midnight. I've ridden that train to the places I've been, but now I just listen as it comes and goes in and out of my life. A familiar old friend that marks the slow hours from start to the end. The distant sound of a train whistle at midnight rings, a sound that my own heart brings to the edge of my spirit, the depth of my soul. A reminder that journeys still have their own role in the order of things, in the scheme of the night. The distant sound of a train, a whistle at midnight. Train whistle calls far and clear for a listening ear. It stands near the barn where the hams used to cure, a small wooden building so sturdy and sure, faces the woods and wears only time in its varying moods. It's silver and gray with green moss for a shawl, the most beautiful, honest, and unadorned wall. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse is a sight that fills my heart with delight. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's weathered and worn, and that's all that it's got. And it's cured all the meat for 100 good years. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse. I remember the smell of the hickory smoke that would drift through the cracks, a savory joke.
My granddad would tend it for days on end, a flavor that only a smokehouse could lend.
And now it just stands there, empty and still, a memory of times, a testament to the unpainted back of the old smokehouse is a sight that fills my heart with delight. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's weathered and worn, and that's all that it's got. And it's cured all the meat for 100 good years. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse. We buy our hams now from the store, vacuum packed. But the smokehouse's story is one that I'll keep intact. In my heart and my memory forever and ever, a link to the past that I'll always treasure. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse is a sight that fills my heart with delight. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's weathered and worn, and that's all that it's got. And it's cured all the meat for 100 good years. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse. Smokehouse back, silver gray, at the end of the day. The stories are told, the marshmallows are done, the friends have all gone, one by precious one.
The last ember in the campfire ring
is a flicker aside, a tiny red eye in the dark watching by.
It pulses and fades and pulses again, the very last warmth at the end of the glen.
The last ember in the campfire ring glows as the night's final soft wind blows. It holds all the laughter, the songs and the cheer of a gathering meant to be perfectly dear. A memory of flame in the quiet and dark, the last ember in the campfire ring.
I steer it with a stick, and a shower of sparks flies up to the stars, to the vast velvet arcs,
then settles to ashes, a gray dusty bed, where the fire and friendship so happily led. I'll stay till it's gone,
till the last warmth is through, a vigil of gratitude for me and for you.
The last ember in the campfire ring glows as the night's final soft wind blows.
It holds all the laughter, the songs and the cheer of a gathering meant
To be perfectly dear, a memory of flame in the quiet and dark, the last ember in the campfire lit.
The big flames were grand, with their crackle and roar.
But this quiet last ember I love even more. For it teaches that even the brightest of days leave a soft, lingering warmth in the quietest ways. The last ember in the campfiring glows as the night's final soft wind blows. It holds all the laughter, the songs and the cheer of a gathering meant to be perfectly dear. A memory of flame in the quiet and dark. The last ember in the campfire lit. The last ember fades, night is still on the side of the hill. Planted it years ago, a small, fragile thing, a twig in the ground in the hope of the spring. Is a slow, steady art that teaches the rhythm of the human heart. It's now twice my height, with branches so wide, a witness to seasons, to sun and to tide. The unhurried growth of a young tree shows the way to live out a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady and peaceful pace that follows the sun and the moon and the rain. The unhurried growth of a young tree. I check it each year, a small yearly rite, watching its progress in the soft morning light. In the time that has passed, a memory captured, a moment to last. It's a part of my life, a companion, a friend, a tree that I'll watch till my own life will end. The unhurried growth of a young tree shows the way to live out a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady and peaceful pace that follows the sun and the moon and the rain. The unhurried growth of a young tree. We want things to happen immediately right now, but the tree in its growing reminds us somehow that the best things in life take their own sweet time. A lesson that's truly, completely sublime. The unhurried growth of a young tree shows the way to live out a beautiful young tree grows soft and deep, where the dreamers keep. It starts before sunrise, a soft, mournful coo that drifts through the window, so tender and true. It is a ghost in the air, a memory of peace that is always there. It calls me to wait to the start of the day in its own gentle, beautiful way. The fading sound of the morning dove rings a sound that my own heart sings. It's a thread in the fabric of this rural peace, a promise of calm, a sweet, sure release from the silence of night to the light of the day. The fading sound of the morning dove. I listen from my pillow, not ready to rise, and I watch the first light in the soft eastern sky. It chews once more, then fades into the dawn, a moment of beauty that will soon be gone. But I'll carry it with me all through the day, a gift from the dove in its own gentle way. The fading sound of the morning dove rings a sound that my own heart sings. It's a thread in the fabric of this rural peace, a promise of calm, a sweet, sure release from the silence of night to the light of the day. The fading sound of the morning dove. We have alarm clocks that buzz and that beat, but the dove's gentle cooing is a promise to keep, that the world is still turning, the sun's on its way, a natural start to a beautiful day. The fading sound of the morning dove rings a sound that my own heart sings. It's a thread in the fabric of this rural peace, a promise of calm, a sweet, sure release from the silence of night to the light of the day. The fading sound of the morning dove. Morning dove coos soft and clear for a listening ear. It wasn't a thing that you'd capture on tape, just a sound in the air, a beautiful shape. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter floats through the years, a balm for the spirit, a cure for the tears. It brings me right back to the days of our youth, of innocence, wonder, and unsullied truth. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter is free for the soul in you and me. It doesn't ask questions, it doesn't demand, just floats through my mind with a gentle, sure hand, and brings me right back to that time and that place. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter. I see her in the meadow with flowers in her hair, chasing the butterflies without any care. Her laugh would ring out like a silver bright bell, a story of joy that no one could tell in words but in feeling, in warmth and in grace. A memory that time cannot ever erase. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter is free for the soul in you and in me. It doesn't ask questions, it doesn't demand, it just floats through my mind with a gentle, sure hand, and brings me right back to that time and that place. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter. We have so much now, but we've lost so much too. The sound of a sister's laughter, so innocent and true, is a treasure I hold in the depths of my soul, a memory that makes me feel completely whole. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter is free for the soul in you and in me. It doesn't ask questions, it doesn't demand, just floats through my mind with a gentle, sure hand, and brings me right back to that time and that place. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter. Sister's laughter, soft and clear, for a listening ear. It hangs in the barn from the rafters so high, a crop that my granddad would carefully dry. Is a scent rich and deep, a memory that time has decided to keep. It's sweet and it's earthy, a little bit warm, a fragrance that settles right into your form. The forgotten smell of the curing hay brings a memory of so many things. of calloused old hands that knew no harm. A way of life that has mostly gone by. The forgotten smell of the curing hay. I'd sit in the barn with my granddad at night and watch the hay curing in the soft lantern light. He'd tell me the stories of seasons long past, of the work and the worry, the first and the last. The scent wrapped around us, a blanket, a shroud, a connection to the earth, both humble and proud. The forgotten smell of the curing hay brings a memory of so many things, of long summer days in the field and the barn, of calloused old hands that knew no harm. A way of life that has mostly gone by. The forgotten smell of the curing hay. They bale it now with machines, all wrapped up in plastic, but the curing hay smell is more than fantastic. It's a link to the past, to a time when we knew exactly where all of our daily bread grew. The forgotten smell of the curing hay brings a memory of so many things, of long summer days in the field and the barn, of calloused old hands that knew no harm. A way of life that has mostly gone by. The forgotten smell of the curing hay. Curing hay scent, sharp and true, a memory for you. It sits in the pasture, a shelter of wood, where the sheep gather round when the weather's not good. The last light on the old sheep shed is a final gold gleam, a moment of beauty, a slow fading dream. It catches the roof and the door hanging wide, a scene where the past and the present reside. The last light on the old sheep shed glows as the evening soft wind blows. It's a small golden promise that the work is all done, a peaceful conclusion under the setting sun, a tribute to labor, to patience, to care. The last light on the old sheep shed. remember the lambs in the spring, so new and so small, jumping and playing, answering nature's call. Now it's just standing, a monument, a sign of the work that was done in a different time, when the sheep were a part of the farm's daily round, a gentle, slow presence on this hallowed ground. The last light on the old sheep shed glows as the evening soft wind blows. Golden promise that the work is all done, a peaceful conclusion under the setting sun, a tribute to labor, to patience, to care. The last light on the old sheep shed. We get our wool now from factories far away, but the sheep shed story is one I will always say, is a link to the past, to a time when we knew exactly where all of our daily goods grew. The last light on the old sheep shed glows as the evening soft wind blows. It's a small golden promise that the work is all done, a peaceful conclusion under the setting sun, a tribute to labor, to patience, to care. The last light on the old sheep shed. Sheep shed, warm and gold, a memory to hold. They're faded to sky and they're soft as a sigh from the bending and kneeling neath the wide open sky.
The worn through knee of my overalls
shows a patch of my skin where the work of the earth and the sun has worn in, a badge of the hours spent tending the rows, a story that only the quiet heart knows. The worn through knee of my overalls tells the tale of a life that will never grow stale. It's shaped to my kneecap, it knows every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells the tale.
Your mama patched it once with a scrap from a shirt that you wore as a boy through the laughter and hurt.
And the stitches are holding though the denim is thin, a testament to the love that we're in. I run my thumb over the raised bumpy be seen, and it feels like the fabric of a slow, steady dream. The worn through knee of my overalls tells the tale of a life that will never grow stale. It's shaped to my kneecap, it knows every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells the tale. New overalls are so stiff, they are dark and they're blue, but they haven't been lived in the way that these grew. To fit me like nothing, to know every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overalls tells a tale of a life that will never grow stale. It's shaped to my kneecap, it knows every bend, a faithful companion from start to the end. The worn through knee of my overall tells a tale. Overalls warm, soft and bare in the morning air. It cuts through the silence, a lonesome long way that carries for miles on the soft midnight gale.
Is a call to the night, a reminder that somewhere there's movement and light. While we lie in our beds, in the peace of our home,
Our world keeps on turning wherever we roam. The distant sound of a train whistle at midnight rings, a sound that my own heart brings to the edge of my spirit, the depth of my soul, a reminder that journeys still have their own role in the order of things, in the scheme of the night. The distant sound of a train whistle at midnight. I lie in my bed and I listen so hard for the sound of that engine, that steel wheel bars of cities and towns, of people in motion, of ups and of downs. Then it fades into silence, and I'm left with the peace of knowing my own song's sweet release, the distant sound of a train whistle at midnight rings, the sound that my own heart brings to the edge of my spirit, the depth of my soul, a reminder that journeys still have their own role in the order of things, in the scheme of the night, the distant sound of a train whistle at midnight. I'd leaven that train to the places I've been, but now I just listen as it comes and goes in. And out of my life, a familiar old friend that marks the slow hours from start to the end. The distant sound of a train whistle at midnight rings, the sound that my own heart brings to the edge of my spirit, the depth of my soul, a reminder that journeys still have their own role in the order of things, in the scheme of the night, the distant sound of a train whistle at midnight. Train whistle calls far and clear for a listening ear. It stands near the barn where the hams used to cure, a small wooden building so sturdy and sure, faces the woods and wears only time in its very moves. It's silver and gray with green moss for a shawl, the most beautiful, honest, and unadorned wall. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse is a sight that fills my heart with delight. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's weathered and worn, and that's all that it's got. And it's cured all the meat for 100 good years. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse. I remember the smell of the hickory smoke that would drift through the cracks, a savory joke.
My granddad would tend it for days on an end, a flavor that only a smokehouse could lend.
And now it just stands there, empty and still, a memory of times, a testament to will. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse is a sight that fills my heart with delight. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's weathered and worn, and that's all that it's got. And it's cured all the meat for 100 good years. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse. But the smokehouse story is one that I'll keep intact in my heart and my memory forever and ever. A link to the past that I'll always treasure. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse is a sight that fills my heart with delight. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's weathered and worn, and that's all that it's got. And it's cured all the meat for 100 good years. The unpainted back of the old smokehouse. Smokehouse back, silver gray. At the end of the day, the stories are told, the marshmallows are done. The friends have all gone, one by precious one. Is a flicker, a sigh, a tiny red eye in the dark, watching by. It pulses and fades, then pulses again. The very last warmth at the end of the glen. The last ember in the campfire ring glows as the night's final soft wind blows. It holds all the laughter, the songs and the cheer of a gathering meant to be perfectly dear. A memory of flame in the quiet and dark, the last ember in the campfire ring. I stir it with a stick, and a shower of sparks flies up to the stars, to the vast velvet arcs, then settles to ashes, a gray dusty bed where the fire and friendship so happily led. I'll stay till it's gone, till the last warmth is through, a vigil of gratitude for me and for you. The last ember in the campfire ring glows as the night's final soft wind blows. It holds all the laughter, the songs and the cheer of a gathering meant to be perfectly dear. A memory of flame in the quiet and dark, the last ember in the campfire ring. The big flames were grand with their crackle and roar, but this quiet last ember I love even more, for it teaches that even the brightest of days leave a soft, a lingering warmth in the quietest ways. The last ember in the campfire ring glows as the night's final soft wind blows. It holds all the laughter, the songs and the cheer of a gathering meant to be perfectly dear. A memory of flame in the quiet and dark, the last ember in the campfire ring. Last ember fades, night is still, on the side of the hill. Planted it years ago, a small fragile thing, a twig in the ground, in the hope of the spring. The unhurried growth of a young tree is a slow, steady art that teaches the rhythm of the human heart. It's now twice my height, with branches so wide, a witness to seasons, to sun and to tide. The unhurried growth of a young tree shows the way to live out a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady and peaceful pace that follows the sun and the moon and the rain. The unhurried growth of a young tree. I check it each year, a small yearly rite, watching its progress in the soft morning light. It's grown a new ring in the time that has passed, a memory captured, a moment to last. It's a part of my life, a companion, a friend, a tree that I'll watch till my own life will end. The unhurried growth of a young tree shows the way to live out a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady and peaceful pace that follows the sun and the moon and the rain. The unhurried growth of a young tree. We want things to happen immediately right now, but the tree in its growing reminds us somehow that the best things in life take their own sweet time. A lesson that's truly, completely sublime. The unhurried growth of a young tree shows the way to live out a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady and peaceful pace that follows the sun and the moon and the rain. The unhurried growth of a young tree. Young tree grows soft and deep where the dreamers keep. It starts before sunrise, a soft, mournful coo that drifts through the window, so tender and true. The fading sound of the morning dove is a ghost in the air, a memory of peace that is always there. It calls me to wake to the start of the day in its own gentle, beautiful way. The fading sound of the morning dove rings, a sound that my own heart sings. It's a thread in the fabric of this rural peace, a promise of calm, a sweet sure release from the silence of night to the light of the day. The fading sound of the morning dove. I listen from my pillow, not ready to rise, and I watch the first light in the soft eastern skies. Coos once more, then fades into the dawn, a moment of beauty that will soon be gone. But I'll carry it with me all through the day, a gift from the dove in its own gentle way. The fading sound of the morning dove rings, a sound that my own heart sings. It's a thread in the fabric of this rural peace, a promise of calm, a sweet sure release from the silence of night to the light of the day. The fading sound of the morning dove. We have alarm clocks that buzz and that beat, but the dove's gentle cooing is a promise to keep, that the world is still turning, the sun's on its way, a natural start to a beautiful day. The fading sound of the morning dove rings, a sound that my own heart sings. It's a thread in the fabric of this rural peace, a promise of calm, a sweet sure release from the silence of night to the light of the day. The fading sound of the morning dove. Morning dove coos, soft and clear, for a listening. It wasn't a thing that you'd capture on tape, just a sound in the air, a beautiful shape. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter floats through the years, a balm for the spirit, a cure for the tears. It brings me right back to the days of our youth, of innocence, wonder, and unsullied truth. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter is free for the soul in you and in me. It doesn't ask questions, it doesn't demand, just floats through my mind with a gentle, sure hand, and brings me right back to that time and that place. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter. I see her in the meadow with flowers in her hair, chasing the butterflies without any care. Her laugh would ring out like a silver bright bell, a story of joy that no one could tell in words, but in feeling, in warmth and in grace. A memory that time cannot ever erase. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter is free for the soul in you and in me. It doesn't ask questions, it doesn't demand, just floats through my mind with a gentle, sure hand, and brings me right back to that time and that place. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter. We have so much now, but we've lost so much too. The sound of a sister's laughter, so innocent and true, is a treasure I hold in the depths of my soul. A memory that makes me feel completely whole. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter is free for the soul in you and in me. It doesn't ask questions, it doesn't demand, just floats through my mind with a gentle, sure hand, and brings me right back to that time and that place. The unlocked memory of a sister's laughter. Sister's laughter, soft and clear, for a listening ear.
It hangs in the barn from the rafters so high, a crop that my granddad would carefully dry.
Is a sin rich and deep, a memory that time has decided to keep.
It's sweet and it's earthy, a little bit warm, a fragrance that settles right into your form. The forgotten smell of the curing hay brings a memory of so many things, of long summer days in the field and the barn, of cows that knew no harm. A way of life that has mostly gone by. The forgotten smell of the curing hay.
I'd sit in the barn with my granddad at night and watch the hay curing in the soft lantern light.
He'd tell me the stories of seasons long past, of the work and the worry, the first and the last. The sin wrapped around us, a blanket, a shroud, a connection to the earth, both humble and proud. The forgotten smell of the curing brain, a memory of so many things, of long summer days in the field and the barn, of calloused old hands that knew no harm. The way of life that has mostly gone by. The forgotten smell of the curing hay. They bale it now with machines all wrapped up in plastic, but the curing hay smell is more than fantastic.
It's a link to the past, to a time when we knew exactly where all of our daily bread grew.
The forgotten smell of the curing grains, a memory of so many things, of long summer days in the field and the barn, of calloused old hands that knew no harm. A way of life that has mostly gone by. The forgotten smell of the curing hay. Curing hay scent, sharp and true, a memory for you.
Sits in the pasture, a shelter of wood, where the sheep gather around when the weather's not good. The last light on the old sheep shed is a final gold gleam, a moment of beauty, a slow fading dream. It catches the roof and the door hanging wide, a scene where the past and the present reside. The last light on the old sheep shed glows as the evening soft wind blows. It's a small golden promise that the work is all done, a peaceful conclusion under the setting sun, a tribute to labor, to patience, to care. The last light on the old sheep shed. I remember the lambs in the spring, so new and so small,
jumping and playing, answering nature's call. Now it's just standing, a monument, a sign of the work that was done in a different time, when the sheep were a part of the farm's daily round. A gentle, slow presence on this hallowed ground. The last light on the old sheep shed glows as the evening soft wind blows. It's a small golden promise that the work is all done, a peaceful conclusion under the setting sun. A tribute to labor, to patience, to care. The last light on the old sheep shed. We get our wool now from factories far away, but the sheep shed story is one I will always say, is a link to the past, to a time when we knew exactly where all of our daily goods grew. The last light on the old sheep shed glows as the evening soft wind blows. It's a small golden promise that the work is all done, a peaceful conclusion under the setting sun. A tribute to labor, to patience, to care. The last light on the old sheep shed. Sheep shed warm and gold, a memory to hold. The snow is all falling, the world is all white. The fire in the stove is a warm, glowing light. Is a gift, pure indeed, a time for the soul to rest and to keep its own company, or the company of a book, a peaceful, slow, wonderful, comforting look. The unhurried pace of a winter evening knows the way to end a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady and peaceful grace that asks nothing more than to be, and to be the unhurried pace of a winter evening. I curl in my chair with a blanket and tea, and watch the flames dance so wild and so free against the window pane, a sight that can ease any lingering pain. The clock on the wall ticks so slow and so deep, a rhythm that helps all my worries to sleep. The unhurried pace of a winter evening knows the way to end a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, nothing more than to be, and to be the unhurried pace of a weary evening. We fill our evenings with screens and with noise, but the winter evening's lesson is one of the joys that the best way to end a long, busy day is to sit by the fire and let worries drift away. The unhurried pace of a winter evening knows the way to end a beautiful day. Not in a rush, not in a race, but in a slow, steady, and peaceful grace that asks nothing more than to be, and to be the unhurried pace of a winter evening. Winter evening, soft and deep, where the dream